We're in Spain on the Xbox. We have 4 lights, 5 lights. It is lights out and away we go. Red Bull gets a pretty good start. A lot of wheel spin from a few of the drivers, but Lando Norris gets a horrendous start in that McLaren. Might already get passed by DJ Denny, who tucks back in, getting that slipstream. It's HK, and James has moved up into, he made a little bit of contact with the McLaren. DJ Denny's going to have a look around the outside, but that is not the line you want to be on. The Renault getting hung out to dry already here at the start. Jamie 29 getting left at the back as he's going to have a look now at the Williams on the soft compound of tires. The Williams has the inside. Miles braking later. He holds the inside line, gets that move done to the rest of the field.
You most certainly can, and I just say after P4 you've got a huge train from P6 or P5 all the way down to P12.
The safety car is out, and surely all of those, as you see there on the soft tire heading into the pit lane. We have TJ Danny among the likes of them. Going on to the hards, The Red Bull looks like he's going to go on to.
Now look,
has a drive-through penalty.
Game's on hard.
Speeding under the safety car. As Danny actually gets past James F1 in the pit lane, so that pit stop actually costing a little bit of time as he loses a couple places there in McLaren. When will he go? He will do so now, but Scartrix may have read that perfectly. He's in the Ferrari, as you see on the screen, but that's what he was put in, joining late in the qualifying. But he was a great launch from Ferrari in behind him. Fermoto has already gotten past Liverpool Ewan in the Toro Rosso. So one Toro Rosso in the lead of this race, the other one finding himself down in 15th position. Lando Norris have a little bit of a look with that slipstream, with the fresher rubber. He's now under also attack from the Racing Point. James moving around the outside. Can he have that move done by the time we get into turn 3? The McLaren dips onto the grass a little bit. That's going to bring him under attack from DXT. Miles goes around the outside. Well, a little bit of a look as DRS now enabled, but he doesn't have it on this occasion. Just the slipstream and his raw pace. He looks to go down the outside. He looks to keep that position, and a great move from Scartrix to get into the lead. Now, Redman's actually been hit with a 3-second time penalty as Maniac peeling into the pit lane, so we're not sure entirely what that was all about. James F1 now into 4th position, into 8th position as the McLaren runs a little bit out wide, and they have a whole host of cars. The McLaren's going to take back 7th position. Where will this put the McLaren as we head into turn 1? He's been passed yet again. He might get to go 3 wide into turn 1. That could have been... It almost gets a little bit of contact from the back. A great bit of driving to save that one. We saw the Red Bull swinging out wide. Some much colder tires than as he actually has to take to the escape road. They might pick up a warning or even a penalty for it. Doesn't pop up with a penalty, but he's under attack yet again. He doesn't have DRS, but the car behind does. He may have seen the Toro Rosso in his mirrors, but now has to look in front. Back to the racing line, and now Sir Sharks might have a look down the inside, and that is great overtaking and a great dive bomb. You've hit half race distance now. Lap 18 of 33. 60 miles. Gonna have a look down the inside of the Racing Point. There's still wheel to wheel. They're making a little bit of contact. It is still wheel to wheel racing. Miles up into 4th position. Now finally gets in front.
It's all about whether he wants to go play the long game and go for the fastest lap on the softs, or does he want to try and get track position on the mediums as we see him go in pits now.
He's headed into the pit lane, which will still keep HK with DRS down the main straight, but he won't have the benefit of the slipstream. Will we see DJ Danny pull out to the inside? The Renault and the Red Bull going wheel to wheel. Danny's around. They've made contact. Danny is around as he tried to go for a move. Now HK into the pits off of the hard tires. It's an interesting call because Miles has actually done 15 laps on the mediums, so he'll have to do about 12 laps.
Are starting to hurt, so it's potentially the time to pit, which coincidentally,
And he peels into the
he
pit lane.
does.
That does give James F1 DRS down the main straight. The detection zone is actually before the pit entrance, but he doesn't have the slipstream that DJ Danny has. Can Danny make this move that he tried to for first position? On this occasion, they're still wheel-to-wheel through turn 2. James F1 remains in first position.
Still early days to try and make aggressive moves. So let's see if Scartrix and HK can work together to get themselves into that front 2 battle.
Well, another thing of note as well, James, we saw his HK down the inside of Scartrix, but outbreaks himself and has to take to the escape route. Will he maintain the lead as they're still wheel-to-wheel through turn 3? He gets a much better exit off of that corner, but has to slot back in the 4th position. You mentioned
Potentially HK and Scartrix would be working together to try and get into that podium position.
Danny has gone down the inside, trying to get the move done through turn 1. Does just that race, but now James, with that DRS, brought himself to within 0.2 of the Renault in front as HK now gets past Scartrix and into the podium positions. Miles also getting ahead of HK's teammate in the Red Bull, so one get a good exit out of turn 16, 0.4, and closing is the gap to the Renault behind. DJ Danny covers off the inside line. Will the Racing Point peel to the outside? It was a late move from DJ Danny, and still moving is DJ Danny with James F1 into first place on track, getting the move done. And he can't quite get a move done. You don't see many moves done here before the DRS zone, but certainly this is only helping out James F1 pull away. HK now gaining pulls to the outside. Can he get the move done out there as DJ Danny just shows him the outside of the track and actually turns a little bit more to make sure of that move. A little bit naughty there from the Renault driver. That has allowed James F1 to peel away even more to about a second. But as it was down the inside there goes HK. It's all popping off here. James F1 will cross the line in first position, but due to his time penalty, DJ Danny will take home victory here in Spain with HK and Scartrix rounding out the podium.